Hey guys, welcome to HTK Presents. Today on HTK Presents I'm going to be showing you how to change the rear bulbs on a Chevy pickup truck for your tail lights, turn signals, brake lights, running lights, backup light. All that stuff is housed inside this one housing here in the back, and for what it takes, it doesn't take you 5 minutes to change it out at most, and if you take it to the garage or something like that, you're going to be paying, $20, $30, $40 just for them to pop this cover off, replace a light bulb. On a pickup truck, it's pretty easy. You drop the bed down. There's going to be 2 screws on the inside. You're going to take those screws out. You're going to pop the lens cover off. Some other vehicles may be a little different. You may have on a car or an SUV or a van, something like that. There's probably going to be an inside access panel that you may have to remove to be able to get to the screws that's holding this on. So it's always best before you begin, first thing you should do is you should evaluate the situation, figure out how it's actually attached on there. And again, pickup truck pretty easy, you got the 2 bolts. And on other vehicles, you'll look and see if there's an access panel to the inside. Most of the time there's 2 on a truck. On cars, vans, SUVs, there's typically 4 or 5. The other thing you want to make sure of that's pretty critical, because it's a pain in the neck, nothing worse than stripping out a screw or a bolt or a nut, is make sure you have the right size to do it. Some are Phillips head screws, some are hex nuts, some are Torx screws, so make sure you have the right tool for the right job. That's always critical. So today we're going to do it on the Chevy truck, so we'll get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop off these 2 screws down here. I don't know if you can see those. One at the bottom here, one at the top. Once you get the 2 screws out, it should pop right off of there. If it doesn't, and if you're on another vehicle and you think you have all the screws off and it's not budging, make sure that you go back in through your access panel if it's on another vehicle and check it out really good, just to make sure you have all the bolts. And if it's still stuck and you're positive you got it all, just kind of try to wedge it out a little bit. Don't stick a pry bar in there and try to pry it. You may damage the paint, which will then start to present rust spots. So just be very careful at that when you're taking it off. So pop it out, and you'll notice there's going to be your light. You're going to see this and you still don't see a light bulb. However, the only thing you need to do is there's little twisty plug connectors. There's a push tab that actually locks it in, so you just push in on the push tab, spin it, and remove it. And then you're going to expose the bulb. Make sure that when you're changing these, you pay attention to what the bulb number is. So when you pull it out of there, on this type it happens to be a pull out. There's others that'll have, which is an 1157, is push pipe, and they have little nubs on the outside, and it's more of a glass bulb, kind of looks more like a traditional house light bulb that you have to push into the socket, put a little bit of pressure pushing down for the spring, and you'll twist it and lock it into place and you'll be done. These happen to be 3157s, which are just push plug and play basically. So you just pop the old one out, and then to replace it you get the new bulb, pop it back in, and you're done with changing the light bulb. That's the same way on the tail light and brake light bulb, the same way on the backup bulb, and the same way on your turn signals. So all 3 are the identical same as far as method that you use to change the bulb. Again, you push in the tab, twist, pop the bulb out, put the new bulb in. When you go back in, you're going to have 3 tabs. It's going to correspond to the 3 tabs that's in the housing. You're just going to line it up, put it back in there. When they're in the slots, then you're just going to twist it. You'll hear it latch into place, and you're good to go. Then what you need to do is you'll have a couple tabs on here, which is lined up on your bedside or your outer fender. Line them up, put it in, push it back on. Make sure your bolt holes are lined up. Put your bolts back in. tighten them up. Okay, there we go. Tidied back up, everything bolted back together. We changed the turn signal, tail light, brake light, backup lights. All of it's inside this assembly. You guys done it on your own, so good job. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the video. Also, let me know if there's a project or a repair that you're going to be doing, either on your vehicle, around the house, motorcycle, anything like that. And if it's something that I can do, or something that I have a vehicle that's similar or something like that, maybe I'll go ahead and do a video and post it up, give you some tips, some insight on maybe how to do it. Also, if you do enjoy the videos, if you find them helpful or useful in any matter, then just like, share, subscribe. And then if you subscribe, I'll know that the content's something that you guys actually want to see and it's interesting to you and being helpful. Just remember, it helps to know. And knowing is believing, and believing turns into success. It's pretty gratifying to know that you can do it yourself. So anyways, thanks, and more videos from HTK Presents is coming.